Alright, so hello men loves. Not gonna do my usual intro because I guess I don't feel like it and seems to be inappropriate for the vlog today. Yes, as you can see the title, it's part 2 of my thoughts on the recent happenings in MNL48. Yeah, part 1 I believe was way back in June, and that was regarding the dismissal of Quincy, and at that time I didn't know the whole story of it. Yeah. So doing this vlog, I know some MNL loves have been anticipating it for me to do. Yeah, but I was kind of struggling on what to say, what to do, because it was really hard, really hard to actually think of doing it because of being upset and all and being sad of what happened recently or the following weeks. I kind of like took a break from vlogging and reacting and all that. I mean, I apologize to uh, Animals Filipinas, since I said I was gonna do a couple of reaction videos he requested me to do, but then the bombshell hit, and I'm pretty sure you know what the bombshell was, and that's the termination of former MNL48 Cess from the group. Yeah, and as you know, when that happened, I released a vlog that I shot a month ago. Yeah. And if you watch that, you know why I just released that vlog. Yeah. But yeah. What more could I say? Well, I have a lot to say, I guess, since I'm already doing this. And it has been a couple of weeks since I released a new vlog. And besides that month-old vlog that I was holding until the announcement happened, because I had a feeling that it was still gonna happen despite um, the fact that I found out that she was staying. All right. And in a way, even though they said she was still part of MNL48, it seemed that she wasn't there at all. Okay. All right. So really hard to do this. I mean, in the same way, with what happened with Quincy regarding her, they said resignation turned out to be a dismissal, an unjustified dismissal. It is. Okay, so just kind of wondering, when they made the announcement, HHE didn't really sugarcoat this into something, something else, as they really came out with a statement saying that she was terminated. And just like that. Not like, oh, she's resigning for personal reasons. But they really flat out came out. In a way, I guess it is the truth that she was terminated because she violated the rules. Okay? So it's kind of funny that they did this to her, but they didn't do it before, when it was clear that Quincy in some way did the same thing, though there's still some underhandedness in it. But then it's already too late for them, since they released a statement which contradicts to the story I found out. Or should I say, the truth that I found out. Okay, so um, I know one MN Love there, he wanted me to do this vlog regarding the termination of Cess. Okay, and I guess here, here it is. Okay, so it's really hard to talk about it right now, as in a way, when I found out that she got terminated, I mean, I believe that night I found out, I think I took, I went to sleep like around 7 p.m. and I woke up around 11 p.m. And then I checked my cell phone, and then there's the news that Cess was gone. And it was funny, I was just sitting there on my bed for the next 2 hours reading the various posts that came out regarding this news. Yeah, saying that, oh, this is what she did. And yeah, and showing proof of that she did violate this, what they call the golden rule. Okay, like that. And then several MN loves were bashing her for it, like saying that she deserved to be removed. Okay. And yeah, so it's kind of funny just sitting there reading all these stories, just sitting there going through my phone, reading all this stuff. And in my mind, at least I know that there's more to the story. Yeah, if you watch my vlog, Gone Girl, yeah, which, as I mentioned, I shot it a month before it happened. Yeah, if you haven't, please do watch it. I'll include a link below here. And there's a reason why I did not post it on my Facebook or posted it on any of the MNL fan site, MN Loves Unite. Yeah. Okay. How do we start this? Okay, so let's deal with the details of the Gone Girl vlog. Okay. So yeah, the news came to me. I was informed by a reliable source that that said that Cess would be uh, resigning from the group. Okay. So yeah, so when I got that message, my thought was, as I mentioned in the vlog, that because I knew that um, Cess was going to be graduating next year, when I got that information, I thought that that's what my reliable source was talking about, that she's leaving the group. Yeah, in a way, I think that's how he said it, like Cess is leaving. Yeah, so I thought that he was mentioning about how uh, that Cess was going to be graduating next year to concentrate on her studies. Okay, so I like told my reliable source, like, yeah, I know, but I was not going to mention anything about it till that time happened. Yeah, till it actually happened. Yeah, so I was going to keep that secret to myself. Okay. And then he told me, no, that she's going to leave now. Yeah, and this was like around October 3, at least evening here. I think October 4 in the Philippines. Yeah. So it's kind of shocked, like now she's leaving, like that, like. And then he mentioned that the paperwork was already submitted by her parents. Okay. Okay. So of course I asked why, what happened, and they mentioned something happened. And unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to say here in this blog of what was the real reason for the resigning, as one, the family, Cess's family, and Cess herself wants to keep this all private, and two, I do not have permission to talk about it. Yeah, I don't want to go into detail on that. And truth be told, I asked permission if they would let me talk about it, and unfortunately, I didn't get that. Yeah, so whatever happened would stay private for now, and it's really up to the family if they want to talk about it. Yeah. So yeah, so I did that vlog on October 4, early morning October 4. Yeah, just saying that, that, my full support to Cess and all that of regarding it's, which is a shame since she was the an MNL member who was like really getting up there. Yeah, the potential was being seen within her. Yeah, and I mean you can't deny it since she did very well in the MNL48 iLive Mobile Legends tournament. Yeah, and she led her team to victory, and I believe she had the highest score during those finals. Yeah, and then the Tokyo game show thing and the Sekimatsu Blue performance, in which she um, fished a lot of fans there in Japan and Tokyo. Because I mean, like I mentioned, that Cess was almost like the embodiment of the Filipino woman or the Filipino beauty that I guess other countries seem to think about when they think about Filipino beauty, like that. So yeah, so I mentioned that on the vlog without going into more detail. So I held on to that vlog until HHE actually announced that she was gone. Okay, so several days, I'm not sure how many days, maybe 2 or 3 days passed, and it was kind of strange that HHE was not making an announcement. Okay, so yeah, and I think during that time also, during that span of time, uh, TGC Kenkyusei members Essel, Mela, and Jean resigned from MNL48. Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, that they quit. I'm not sure if I can confirm this, but it was told by a reliable source that it was regarding pay, as at that point, from what he told me, that it's been like a couple of months since members of ML48 have been paid for some reason, have not been paid. Yeah, for those 2 months. Yeah, I'm not sure how how true that is, but if my reliable source told me so, I think there's a grain of truth to it. I mean, why would these girls resign for it? So yeah, so Jean uh, was gone. Mela and Essel were gone again. But at least this time, it's not like they were voted out. They left and by their own accord. Yeah, so in a way, KKS was left with 5 members. But then again, with Cess being removed later on, a month later, Gia was promoted to her spot on Team M2. Okay, which leaves 4 KKS members uh, left. And I think that's another issue that I'll deal with later. So let's go back to the regarding the termination of Cess for now. Okay, so yeah, so it was kind of puzzling to me that how come HHE was not making an announcement that she's leaving. Okay, so later on I was informed that Cess decided to stay. Okay, so I think the reason why she stayed, I guess management convinced her to stay. I think there was like, I don't know, there could have been a compromise reached with her and management due to what happened to her. Yeah, which will remain private for now. Okay, so yeah. So when I received that news, good. Good. She's staying because uh, we can see the potential in her. It could still work. If HHE was desperate for her to stay, she should stay. Because like I said, the her her hard work was really making, what do you call this? Her hard work was paying dividends. You know, especially with the upcoming Undergirl's music video. Okay, and I think here's one of the reasons why I think my theory on why HHE asks us to stay and why they didn't allow her to leave in October. Okay, so when I heard about the resignation of Cess in the first week of October, yeah, this came at the heels of their signing a contract or the renewing, okay, whatever, with the ABS-CBN network. Okay, okay, so and then the also, the upcoming music video of Gingham Check was about to come out. Yeah, so I think those two things made HHE, the management, uh, wanted to hold on to Cess in a way, because for one member leaving on the eve of getting this renewed deal with the network, and then with the upcoming uh, music video of Gingham Check, because to see one of those members leave, and she was like the number two girl on that music video. She should have been number one, but yeah, to leave before the music video came out might turn out to be an embarrassment for HHE and the group itself. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking why they were desperate for Cess to stay. Okay, and yeah, I was glad for her to stay, as I mentioned before. That okay, she's in the group, but in some ways, I've noticed that she was not in the group as well. Okay, so case in point was the upcoming team concert of Team M2. Okay, in the video promotion they did, Cess was obviously missing. Okay, and then when they came out with a poster of the upcoming Team M2 concert, Cess was conspicuously absent from that poster. So there were just 15 members, 160 members, and Cess was not even on that poster. So they said that she couldn't do the concert because of her studies. Okay, maybe, but to remove her from the poster, it seems to indicate that okay, she's in the group, but she's not part of the group anymore. Okay, and yeah, and also during the promotions of the Gingham upcoming Gingham Check music video, she was also absent. In the show Umaga Kay Ganda, she was not there. And I believe they also did like when the music video came out, they did a mall show, and she wasn't there either. Okay, so I was really scratching my head about it. All right, she's in a group, but she's not showing up, right? Okay, so many MLOs speculate that she was at this point she was rebelling. Okay, but then I guess they didn't know they might some might have known, some might not have known regarding about what happened. Okay, so when the time came out first that they announced that, oh, we terminated Cess because she violated the rules, though they did not specifically say which rules she violated. Kind of sounds familiar. Okay, that a lot of ML labs have speculated, oh, she did this broken rule because they're showing proof, showed photos of this, then it got shared around, which seemed to paint Cess as the one at fault here. Okay, that's why she was terminated from the group. Okay, but to me, uh, regarding these stories, as you know, I got go through posts for the 2 hours of the day that they announced it. That all they're seeing is the effect or the end to all of it. Okay, so no one's really talking about the beginning or the start of everything here because uh, all effects always have a cause. Yeah, and end has a beginning, and all these MN loves seem to be seeing the end result of it. Like, say, let's say a bank robber robs a bank. There has to be a reason why she robbed the bank, or a man steals a car. There must be a reason why he steals a car, or why one person would murder another. There has to be a reason why he thought of killing this person. Okay, and much like, let's say, the villain Joker. Okay, there's a reason why he became a Joker. There has to be a reason at the beginning on what happened step by step for this to happen at the end result. Okay, so just a theory on my thoughts here regarding this is that, I'm thinking that, Sess was forced to stay even though she doesn't want to stay. So maybe one thing led to another. She may have committed those violations so to force HAC's hand to remove her from the group. Okay, that's one theory, because in, like, we're saying that Sess wasn't really making appearances with the group anymore. Okay, and and if you've seen that, like, I think the Banana Split 11th anniversary, that was obviously taped, and she was there, and that's the only performance we've seen of Sess performing Gingham Check outside of the MV. Okay, and yes, obviously taped because Kay wasn't even there yet. Still in Japan. So that came, I guess, at the heels of finishing the MV of Gingham Check. Okay. So yeah, another theory that I have in mind regarding this is Hiroshi decided that they didn't need her anymore since the MV was already out, and the results of the reviews of the MV weren't really that good. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna blame Sess for that. I doubt it, since the mishandling of the last two music videos of MNL48 uh, was not really done well, and so they're feeling the backlash of all, like, like bad reviews of it, and I guess the sales of, or the views of the music video weren't going too well. I mean, the first music video, Ikong Melody, didn't really rank above. I think the highest it got was 9, ranked 9, and didn't go anything above that. And from what I hear, Gingham Check was like ranked 14 right now, so I'm not sure if it'll break the top 10. But yeah, so like I said, I think HG decided, oh, let's just fire her and be done with her. because they don't really need her for, the MV is already out there. Yeah, and it's time for her to let her go. Okay, so I guess this is some way for HHE to save face, I'm thinking, since whatever happened before all this, they just want everyone to forget about it. All right, she's gone. Okay, let the issue die, even if the whole issue wasn't really talked about. All right, it wasn't really out there because, like I said, I mentioned that privacy matters with her and the family. Okay, and it's also kind of like an embarrassment to the management itself because they let that happen to her. Okay, so yeah, that's like several speculations going on here on why, but I would like to think that because she violated the rule, but was because that she just didn't want to be with the group anymore. Yeah, at least that's how I feel uh, that it might be. Because I mean, the beginning of October, there's already hearing the news that she was resigning, and then hearing getting informed that she was staying. Yet she wasn't really being presented to us anymore. Like everything was supposed to be okay now, but it's pretty obvious that it wasn't. Yeah, so perhaps she did commit that by breaking the golden rule, but that is what I think is the end result of what occurred way before. So maybe not all MN loves know about that, and it's a shame that a lot of MN loves like judge her because of that, what they believe was her fault. In some way it might be, but then no one knows the cause of that led to that effect. Okay, so I don't know what more to say, but I guess let's get on to it since um, it is regarding the happenings of MNL48. There we go. So with before I go into that, yeah. So regarding Cess, I hope she's much more happier now that she left the group. You know, I know very well that she wanted to go, and I mean, if she wanted to go, they should have let her go. And then they did this thing of termination, basically firing. Okay, and that might be the most honest I've seen HHE in their press releases have been by saying, "Oh, Cess is terminated." Oh yeah, I think so. I think that's the truth. Yeah, in a way, saving face, as I mentioned. Yeah, and like I said, I hope Cess is happy with her life now after MNL48, and I wish her the best. I hope all her prayers would be answered. Her dreams outside from ML48 would come true, and more success there for you then. And I hope the family, uh, her family, uh, will, how do you say this? Her family turn out all right after all this experience. Okay, so yeah, so moving on. So with Cess gone, Gia from the Kenkyu gets promoted to Team M2. Okay, so it's almost like a wonder for me. Like I kind of wondering that because when Ash left Team L, I would think Gia, since she has seniority, would get promoted to Team L, but they promoted a second gen member, Francis, to the Team L, to the vacant Team L spot. Okay, so here's my theory regarding this. I'm thinking that management didn't want Gia to be reunited with her former team, which is Team L. Yeah, so they decided to pick one of those members of the KKS to be promoted instead of her. Okay, so yeah, so that Francis is in Team L. So it's almost like in a way it was like a shuffle. They didn't want a former member to be back with her former team. So when Cess is gone, there was the opportunity for Gia to be moved to a new team, which is Team M2. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's my theory of it anyway, because they didn't want to, as I mentioned, reunite Gia with Team L because it's almost like a repeat of what happened, what was going on before. But that's why they decided to promote somebody else rather than Gia. Yeah. So I think in my mind, when Sess was terminated, she was gone from the group. I was thinking that Carla might be promoted to Team M2. Yeah, but Gia got the nod, which seemed appropriate since she does have seniority. Yeah. So yeah, so going to the KKS TGC, like there's only 4 members left. So Niall, Sam, Trish, and Carla. Okay, and what I'm really wondering is how come they're not finding girls to take up these vacant spots? I mean, there are 6 vacant spots now. You would think second jet aspirants would take the opportunity to take those vacant spots, or at least former first gen members to take those spots as well. Yeah, so here's my theory on why not. Okay, I think the second gen aspirants refuses to take any of these spots because they don't trust HHE anymore, in the same way that the first gen does not do not trust management anymore because of what happened with the second general election and all that. Yeah, so I mean we've seen interviews of former the first gen members. They decided to concentrate on their studies rather than be part of MNL48 anymore. Yeah, and I guess to them that's just like a part of their lives now, and they don't really want to get into it. I think the main reason is that they don't like to work with HHE anymore, as they were like mishandled, lied to, whatever. I guess same way with aspirants, they don't like to. Uh, they don't want to be part of the management anymore as part of the group, because I see HGG has really mishandled this group a lot, and I know there's a top, at least international fans, saying that ML48 deserves better management than what how HHA is doing. Yeah, doing it. Yeah. So yeah. So another thing I'd like to talk about here in this blog was like uh, that the MNL48 Interactive Live was suddenly ended. Yeah. So in a way, it's almost like a slow and painful death, though they did transfer to a new online service or streaming service, which is Kumu Live. Yeah, but it's a shame that they ended Interactive Live unceremoniously. Yeah, it's like they did the 100th episode, which wasn't even live, and they did one more episode after that, and then there was like no episodes for about 2 weeks, and then it was announced they're doing do their streaming shows on Kumu. Yeah, and which is a shame because like Interactive Live was, a very great season for them, especially to us MN loves, especially to me, that me just waking up early in the morning just to watch them and leaving comments. And this is the first time for me to actually interact with the girls on the Facebook with their interactive live. And yeah, and a lot of memories there. Yeah, and it's a shame they just ended it. Like not even a goodbye. Yeah, and now they're doing this on Kumu, which is Kumu Live, and it's just not the same for me. Like, I mean, for interactive live, they have the wide shot, and now for Kumu, it's almost like watching their Instagram stories on this small screen. Yeah, I haven't really gotten into it, but honestly, I watched the episode on that was uploaded on YouTube, which featured Ali and Joyce, which I really wanted to see since I requested for it back then when they still had interactive live, and I was happy to see them together, and that was a funny episode. Yeah, but ever since then, I haven't really watched any other Kumu lives. Maybe someday. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it right now. I mean, yeah, I mean, especially since the termination of Cess, I haven't been really watching a lot of MNL48 videos, honestly. As like I guess you can say I feel disheartened or disillusioned on what's going on with ML48 right now, and it kind of surprises me that they're suddenly releasing these videos, especially of the team concerts, all of a sudden. Like, I mean, are they trying to like win us over? Win those Evan loves who feel like disheartened of the situation that happened, especially with Cess, that they're trying to appeal to us Evan loves by releasing these videos. Yeah, I haven't really watched the the highlights of the team concerts, honestly. Yeah. So like maybe in the future I will, but I just feel like I said, like I just feel disillusioned right now for a bit. Yeah, it's almost like I'm taking a break from all this MNL48 stuff. Yeah, and I mean, if that was what they were trying to do, I mean, they could have done that like, especially the year before when they were doing their Satan Sai or the Christmas concert or any of the other concerts they had. I mean, we used to rely on the the video shot by Emin Loves at the mall shows like that. The fan cams and all that. I mean, I would have loved to have seen a video release regarding their Christmas concert from 2018 or the Satan Sai celebrations. I'd love to see that, or at least like maybe a clip or two of their Living the Dream concert. Yeah, but now they're trying to. I just have a feeling that they're trying to appeal to us Simon Loves again by releasing these videos. Yeah, like the behind the scenes at ASAP, like that, and the mixed lives. I haven't even watched that one either. Yeah. So yeah, so I know I watched the behind the scenes of their appearance on ASAP. Yeah, that's about it. Though, despite this, there's always kind of silver lining to it as well. I mean, the thing that really, uh, you know, gets me going is the the performance of Gab and the girls of High Tension. Yeah, and it really makes it's a really good song. It's a really good performance. It makes us Emma Loves anticipate the upcoming fifth single. Yeah, and should be good since Gab is the center, and you can see how high energy his performance is on the song, especially when they premiered it at Koslandia. Yeah, they performed it over there, and then see they did one in the Japan Fiesta. I think at a mall show. I think there's one mall show where Dian was the center. Yeah, I think there's only five of them. That's why. So Dian was the center for the high tension performance. But yeah, I like the beat of the song. I like the lyrics. I like the dance moves. And like I said, it's probably one of the most high anticipated singles and MVs that MNL is going to do to date. And the only thing that could mess it up is HHE, of course. I mean, they should really find the right director and, for the right production, the way it's done. It should be big in a way. The last, like I said, I mentioned the last two music videos weren't really up to par. I mean, we were all, excited to see it. Okay. Like, I mean, at that moment, yeah, we're excited. See, it's good. But then later we see the flaws in it as well later on. Yeah, and that goes with the, Echo and Melody and the Gingham Check MVs where you see a tons of flaws with it. And hopefully with high tension, we won't see those flaws anymore. Yeah. Kind of like, I mean, they haven't had a really good review since 365. Yeah. So we're praying that they give high tension and MNL48 Gab the respect it deserves. Like go all out. I mean, make us excited again. Make us see that you've learned your lessons regarding how to make a music video. Yeah, find the right people to actually make this work. All right. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully that could regain some of us, Emin loves, especially me. Let's say revitalize us, you know, to keep on with this fandom. Yeah. So yeah. So if you've seen my previous video regarding this titled Part One of my thoughts on the happenings of MNL48, yeah, yeah. There's no question that I'm still a supporter of MNL48. Yeah, and I wouldn't consider this the termination of Cess a strike three, as I already anticipated that she was gonna go one way or another. Yeah. So yes, there was no blind side there. Yeah. Mm. So yeah. So what else I could say? Mm. Yeah. So yeah. So regarding that, I apologize to all my subscribers, all my viewers, if I haven't been making my reaction videos on my vlog since this happened. Yeah, I was trying to get my feelings in order if I haven't mentioned it already. Yeah, so hopefully you're gonna see my I'm gonna release some vlogs and reaction videos from this point after this vlog. So I just wanted to cover my thoughts on what happened in the last month or the last couple of weeks anyway with MNL48. And yeah, so I guess that's about it. So thank you for listening and thank you for watching. And I guess you could say that I'll be back to showing uploading some new content for you. At least the way I do it. So yeah, nothing else more to say. Then I guess God bless, show less. See ya.